Today in the pedal vault, the Thisheavyearth Chvrchbvrner. The Thisheavyearth Chvrchbvrner is a distortion pedal made by Thisheavyearth. I don't think this is supposed to be some kind of HM2. I think this is more or less their general approach to distortion pedals. But we'll find out. So what do we have? We have a plethora of knobs. We have 10 in total. 8 big ones, 2 small ones. We have 4-band EQ, level, post. Don't know why 2 levels. Pre should be gain. Maybe that's 2 gain controls. Then we have a tight control, clip control, and a blend. With 2 switches, 1 bypass and 1 mode, whatever this one does. On the inside we have some internal controls. We do have a soft clip switch. Then we have an LED brightness switch and we have a clean control. Okay, now with everything on noon except blend, clip and tight, let's head over to the EQ curve. By the way, the artwork is awesome. Okay, first of all, now should be 100% pedal. Well, first of all, let's start with level actually. We smooth everything out. Okay, let's leave it here. Now low. Either very subtle. Yes. Very subtle. Mid. Again, very subtle around the 700 to 800 Hertz region. High. It's a shelf. Cuts out some low mids as well. And presence. Again, very subtle in the high frequency, starting at 2 to 3K. So post. Well, I'm not sure. Pre. Since it does nothing, could be the gain control. Tight. Basically some kind of low cutting feature. Clip. Seems to compress the signal, or at least compresses the mids heavily. And now mode. What does mode do? Not sure yet. We have to find out in the actual audio comparison. Okay, with clean, I suppose we can adjust the clean signal when we introduce the blend, which I don't plan to do. Oh, and we're running at 9 volt. Currently, we could run at 12 and 18 volts, of course. With this being said, let's head over to the actual audio comparison. So before I give you my final verdict, I have to state that I have the version 2.0.3 of the Chvrchbvrner, and there is a new iteration of this pedal around that if you order one, this will ship right now, and it has some huge improvements. So most of the stuff I don't like about this pedal are very possibly already fixed. So just keep this in mind. So, okay, this pedal I think has a nice distortion sound. It sounds good in front of a clean amp and as well in front of a fixed return. However, I prefer it into the clean amp because I get some more gnarlier sounds, and it does a good job in front of the driven amp, but mostly with the high knob. I think here it really shines and it has some huge variety, and you can really dial in the sound you want. It gets really disgusting. As a preamp for your typical distortion, I think it lacks a bit of gain, but that's really just my problem. I think you get a cool sound out of it, and when you compensate with your amp's controls, you are very well equipped for some death metal tone. So, what I do not like about this pedal is that I still couldn't figure out what mode actually does. I'm really not sure. And I really don't like the clipping option, because you basically have just two sounds, and full and not full. But I think the clipping is fixed. And again, I think the knobs should have more range and act a bit differently than they do. But to be honest, the high knob was my main focus, and this already works well with this version. The post and pre approach I kind of get. However, I personally would have done it differently. I think it doesn't add too much variety or too much tweakability, at least in my opinion. The tight control is a really cool approach, and again, high is my favorite. So yeah, that's my verdict on the Chvrchbvrner. And now, what do you think about the Chvrchbvrner? And do you own this version, or do you own a newer version? Let me know down in the comment section. And if you want to support this channel, you might want to consider becoming a YouTube member, or check out the links in the description. And with this being said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, check out my Instagram. May the force be with you, and have a nice day.